Uh, okay, guys, Ram is available today and he is ready for interview. So almost 11 people attended for the mock test. So I just want to check with Ram. So Ram, hi, how are you? How is going? Everything?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good and everything is going on. I'm ready for the interview and myself is Ram and I'm having the 8 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in that one, I have two plus years is related to the non-SAP IT related development. I worked in that one. After that,
Mm-hmm.
I worked into the 5 plus years is related to the SAP FICO consultant. I worked as a end-to-end two implementations completed end-to-end, and one rollout project was handled by me. In
Okay.
that one, in Indian projects is related to the full and full implementation done, and in that one, major part is the GST related was handled by me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was worked into the Dubai related countries. Saudi countries rollout project was handled in that
Okay.
is related to the S4 HANA,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked into the implementation project for the blueprint rise up process and blueprint to go live till go live. I was part of the consultant team.
Okay. Fine. Very nice explanation. So you are confident in which area? It's RISAFE or AP or AR. Which area you are very confident and which is your strongest area?
GST.
GST.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are so GST taxation, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have done Indian taxation or any other country?
No, sir. In Indian taxation, I'm very good in that one.
Okay. So for which project that you have done?
I did it for the Orbigen Technologies. That project is related to rise of, GST implementation, e-commerce and manufacturing industries.
Okay. So tell me, what are the tax rates that applicable for that e-commerce business? That is your client, right? So tell me
Yeah.
the client business process and what kind of taxes should be applicable for that activities, manufacturing activities. Which one? It is e-commerce, no manufacturing, right? So what kind of products that kind and that your client will
The
sell?
e-commerce business is related to the online sales related activities,
Okay.
and manufacturing is related to the iron manufacturing industry.
Okay.
And
Okay.
e-commerce business, the slabs are applicable is the 5%, 1 second, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28% is applicable in the GST.
Okay.
And CGST, SGST, IGST, and also is a UTGST also is applicable. In some cases, RCM is applicable in e-commerce business. While I'm doing that one implementation, in mid of the process, Government of India is added additional activities in the e-commerce business for the any
Mhm.
third party sales is happening in e-commerce business. They have to pay the TCS on GST to the department.
Okay.
So
So,
that
like,
one is additional activities happen
I
in.
have one question on this area,
Yes,
and
sir.
for which cases generally TCS and GST, for which transactions that both come?
So whatever the sales is happening in the e-commerce,
Okay.
and on that one, if any sales is happening to the third-party product sales is happening in e-commerce, then
Mhm.
TCS and GST is applicable. If the
Okay.
own product is selling in the e-commerce, then it is
Mhm.
not applicable TCS. But
Mhm.
if any third-party product is sales happening in e-commerce, then TCS is applicable.
Okay. What kind of tax rates for that TCS?
It is a 10% of the product GST.
Okay. So you have implemented this in SAP system?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what is the configuration for this TCS and GST? In order to post the transaction, what kind of configuration is required, and how you make the testing?
Uh, So condition type and those all the thing. 1 second. Condition types we have to be executed in the this process.
Okay.
That is a major activities in implementation.
Okay. So only the condition type for GST or TCS?
No, 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 sir. It is a condition type is a one of the main thing, and account key we have to be create that account key, and we have to check for the calculation procedures. Then assigning that calculation procedure to the country. then defining the tax codes to the sales and purchases GLs, and
Okay,
creating the GL
that
account,
I
assigning the,
understand.
yes sir.
Yes, fine. That is that I can understand that. So TCS is the different, right? TCS comes under the income tax, and GST comes under the indirect tax.
No sir,
So for
that
TCS, what kind of configurations are required?
no, no, sir. That TCS earlier, whatever we feeling the TCS, it is related to the direct tax of the. It comes under the direct tax. Okay, it's like
Okay,
as a income tax. But in what I am
okay,
telling about this TCS is purely related to the GST. Means it is a
okay,
indirect taxation related TCS.
okay. This transaction comes under the indirect tax.
Yeah,
So for that, you created tax conditions and GL accounts.
yeah. GL accounts also we have to create as a TCS payable like that.
Okay, TCS payable.
Yeah,
Okay, so how
GST,
the GL account?
CGST, TCS payable like that we have to create.
Okay, so what are the fields that we need to select while creating this TCS payable in the FS00?
There
It's
in
based
a
on open item and
it's
it's
a
a
open item only.
reconciliation.
It's a open item only, and it's a open item only. Like how we are creating the GST, like that CGST, IGST, how we are creating GLs. The same procedure is applicable for this one also. But in
Okay.
posting time, it has to be applicable into the negative postings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how this GL account should be picked in FB60 transaction code?
Uh,
Is
like
there an account determination that we need to do?
yes, sir, we have to give the account determination for this.
Okay. This comes under the output tax or input tax?
It is output tax.
Okay, then say at the time of creation of the billing time,
Yeah.
this TCS should be picked out, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
See,
Okay, fine.
normally what we are doing, the GST is generally we are paying till now. One we are while we are paying on the purchase of any product, then we are taking the input credit. And second case, if anything we are making the sales, then we are taking into the GST output tax. But
Okay.
in this case, whatever is the, for example, 100 rupees is the product cost, and 18 rupees is the, for example, 10 rupees is the GST on that product, then
Okay.
company is charging some 40 rupees on the commission for selling
Mm-hmm.
in the platform. Then total 150 rupees is receiving from the customer by
Okay.
platform company. Then
Mm-hmm.
one while we are paying that platform company to third party, that 110 rupees is there, na? On that
Okay.
one, company will pay to that vendor for
Okay.
109 rupees, and
Okay.
1 rupee will paying to the government. Ultimately, that vendor will get that input tax by the paying of their tax to the department.
Okay. Got it. Nice. And tell me how this GL account should be picked up in that billing document. So TCS payable, right? Where we need to assign this GL account.
Uh,
What is the T code? How this GL account will come automatically?
in OB40, we have to assign this one, sir.
OB40.
No, not OB40, one
Okay.
second. Yeah, yes, sir. In OB40, we have to do that GL key and account key and GL
See,
assigning.
like
That time
for
we have to give.
TDS, vendor master, we need to update TDS details. Like that, is there any TCS details we need to give in customer master?
No, sir. We have to give it in the purchase GL. We have to update this one
Okay.
because of it is
You are saying
generally
that TDS
TDS
payable, right? It comes under the current asset or current liability, which is GL?
current liability, sir.
Current liability. Okay. So for which cases generally RCM should be applicable? For what are the
So,
transactions?
generally, there is a two topics is there. One is department is clearly said 18 process 18 points is there,
Mhm.
legal related and traveling related, logistic related. If anything is there in the GST, and it has to be mentioned in the invoice as a it's a GST is applicable on the RCM basis. That means
Okay.
that the vendor has to provide the GST number in the invoice and clearly mention GST is applicable on the RCM basis. On that cases, it has to be applicable. It's majorly is applicable in the legal and traveling related. Apart from that one, if we anything purchasing from the non-GST customer vendor, then the product is related to the GST category, then the RCM is applicable.
Okay. So like, by doing this configuration RCM, so customer will pay the customer will pay the tax, right, to the government instead of the supplier. The customer will pay, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That case, then tell me. So what are the configurations need to do for customer case?
We have to be in FS00 while creating that purchase GL. We have to be updating with the GST configuration. Tax we have to update that one. And the second case we have to give in the GST configuration. We have to give in RCM cases RCM expenses also we have to give the applicability in that case.
Okay.
Generally, we have to give only one case. One is RCM pay, GST payable or input tax only we have to give. But in RCM cases, RCM expenses and RCM payable, both GL we have to be configured in that one in accounting.
Okay. Any condition are required for this?
Condition. Negative entry, it has to be updated in this case, sir.
Yes, yes, but without condition, then how it is possible? So we need to assign the condition to procedure, right? Is there any condition that link with procedure for RCM case? Okay.
In this one.
Okay, tell me for non-registered dealers, like GST, some non-registered dealers will be there, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the tax procedure for that case?
It has to be applicable under the RCM basis because of the product. Generally, TDS is applicable on the respective vendors and the companies based on their revenue, I mean their transaction basis. But the GST is not applicable like that. GST is applicable total directly on the product basis. If the vendor is have the eligible, I mean each and every companies have the eligibility to threshold limit for the 20 lakhs for the GST registration. If they not do the registration, but they are selling the GST applicable products, then we have to take it into the RCM basis.
Okay. Okay, fine. Like apart from the GST, which areas you are strong?
P2P and SG.
Okay, P2P and ST, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how the GRIR clearing reconciliation will be happen? Tell me the process.
So actually GRIR generally we are using in the P2P process. In P2P process, PR will be generated in P2P cycle, PR, PO and that will be generated without any accounting entry. After that, goods once received, then MyGo entry will be posted. In MyGo entry posting time, inventory account will be debited and credited to the GRIR account. And the GRIR account we are creating in FS00 as a zero balance clearing account. And once the MIGO entry is completed, then once we are receiving that invoice, then we have to posting the invoice receipt entry. For that one, GRIR account will be debited and credited to the vendor account, and GST payable, GST input credit will be GST input credit will be debited. GRIR account will be debited and GST input credit will be debited and credited to the vendor account, and the total amount its Myro entry will be posted. After that, we have to making the payment based on the due date.
No. My question is like you are telling the P2P process.
Yes, sir.
Like I'm asking GRIR clearing. It's a reconciliation. Things will be happen on every month, right?
Yes, sir.
So that case, which cases GRIR reconciliation things will be happen? Tell me an example and. So, like which T code generally for clearing the transactions, GRIR reconciliation, nullified. You want to nullify GRIR clearing. So, which transaction code generally use?
Myro entry, once we are posting, the entry will be cleared, sir.
Okay. Okay, so you know the P2P, you know the F110 configuration, right? F110. Like in accounts
APP
payable,
configuration.
we need to do the F110 payments, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me this scenario. Like I have invoice, the amount is 2 lakhs. Okay.
Okay.
For bank A has 1 lakh rupee and bank B has 50,000 and bank C has 50,000. Okay, so the total amount is 2 lakhs for each bank. So one bank has 1 lakh rupee and second bank has 50,000. Third bank has 50,000, but invoice is 2 lakhs.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to clear this invoice. So how I can do this?
Then we have to create this one into the partial payment in FBKP in that process special GL category.
No, no, no. Okay, right. And so have you involved any configuration of DME, IDOCS,
Yes,
and
sir. In DME, I given the
FICO?
support in DME, IDAC implementation. I given the support to my manager for the
Okay,
implementation of the project.
okay. And also you participate FITMM integration, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now tell me what is your role? What is your role means what is FI consultant role in FI to MM integration?
We have to collect the data from the business process details from the team. What is their requirement and how they want to execute that report. So based on that one, we have to execute that one in the FI consultant.
No, no. What is your role in FI to MM integration? What kind of configuration that you will perform?
Uh,
You know VBYC settings?
yes, sir.
Yeah. In that, what is the configuration that you need to do?
Uh,
How the account determination, how the automatic posting will be happen,
we have to
and
give
what
that
kind
account
of
determination by
configuration we
mapping
need
that
to do, and
GLs.
what are the factors we need to consider?
We have to mapping that GL, sir, by in the account determination.
Okay, yes, we need to map the GLs, but there are some factors we need to consider, right, while mapping. Tell me that factors.
Transaction key and evaluation class and GL account we have to consider in this case.
You know what is valuation modifier?
Valuation modifier, it has to be the. No, sir, I'm not clear about that one.
Okay. What is the valuation clause?
It is the inventory posting related and GRAR account.
No,
It
no.
has to be
Valuation class. Where we need to assign the valuation class?
in OBYC
No. Oh,
along with the
yes. In
transaction.
OBYC, we need to assign the value. What is the next linkage? So in Metal Master, we need to assign the valuation class, right?
Yeah, initially we have to that one in material master.
Yeah, that thing you need to say.
Okay.
And then tell me, so inventory valuation will be happened at plant level or company code level? And
Sorry, sir,
like
come
which
again, sir.
your company has done this plant level or company code level?
Plant level only, sir.
Plant level. Okay. So did you find any errors while doing this configuration? Like any postings at the time of goods receipt? If you not assign GL account, what kind of error will come?
Account doesn't exist like that. It has to come. If we are not mapping the GL to that respective grouping, then in account determination, it has to come as account doesn't exist like that. It will come, sir. But
Okay.
as of now, I never faced that type of issues. But I faced it as a GST taxation related issues in the this integrations process.
Okay. So let's say, for example, goods issued to production order. Tell me the
Okay.
moment type number.
Mm, I think 101, sir.
101 is the goods receipt, right?
Okay.
Okay. Then what is the entry after this goods issued to production order? Okay.
Received plant has to be debited and credited to the issued plant.
No. No, no. You are issuing the goods, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Inventory
Let's
will be
check the
credited and
that,
debited to the
no, no, no.
respective.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Okay, fine. You are saying that you have experience on iDocs, right?
Yes, sir.
iDoc configuration part. Okay, so where we need to assign this message type and messages, where we need to assign. Tell me some of the message types examples. You know the message types, message rights, message types.
Yes, sir. Message types, it has to be IMP, invoice, INVOC, and
Schemas, invoice, like that.
DebMas,
Yes.
customer master.
Yeah. Where we need to assign that messages. Partner profile, right? We need to assign these messages in partner profile.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, so what is the transaction code generally used for the reprocessing of the item? What, Sharath? I'm asking very simple questions. You didn't prepare.
No, sir, I am not getting that this one.
No, we already discussed these points.
Yes, sir. But
Okay.
I got the gap now for before this. I don't know. I forgot this
Yes.
feeling like.
Actually, thing is, you didn't prepare well.
Yeah.
Okay. So, actually, whatever the questions I'm asking, these are all discussed during the session.
Yes, sir.
Regarding apart from this GST, the points which we already discussed. Anyhow, okay, the explanation is good, but you need to prepare well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you need to prepare well because I didn't watch my previous videos, and we already discussed GRIR clearing and which T codes. I also shared some videos. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and regarding the IDOC, so I given 37 questions. Okay, in that the
Hmm.
IDOC, when what cases IDOC should be reprocessed. Okay, and W19. Okay, W02, what kind of records? These are all things given in the document. Okay, just anyhow, just you need to revise the things. Okay,
Yes, sir.
tell me anyhow, tell me others. Please tell me. So, in this interview, is it difficult, hard, or what kind of level? Apart from the GST is very strong. He has some end user experience. Apart from this GST and all, so tell me, is this interview is easy or difficult, or which mode? Just explain. Yeah, just open up your mouth. Yasin, Ashpal, Tulsinath, Shabana, Pooja, Harish, Chandrasekhar, PH Reddy.
No,
Just
sir, whatever you have asked, it's not that difficult. Like whatever the sessions you have come, like whatever you have covered on the session, that only you have asked. It's not that
okay.
what I feel that but sir, actually I am not prepared from last week I was not well. So even whatever the
Mhm.
pending videos still I have to watch. And may I will give my mock on next Monday, I will guess,
Next
because
Monday. Okay.
this Monday.
Okay,
Okay, thank
fine, no problem. Yes. Next, Ashpal. So can you hear me? I think you given last, right? Yasin, BH Reddy, Chandrasekhar. Just tell your opinion, yeah. Why you guys are silent? Just to
Sir,
give your opinion.
I would like to give the mock interview by tomorrow also, sir.
Tomorrow also. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, is this interview tough or easy? Which level?
Actually, it is easy only. If I followed properly, then it has to be easy only.
Yeah. Okay.
I will do my best by tomorrow, sir.
No problem. See, just need to revise. Okay. These
Yes,
things
sir.
we already discussed, the GRIR clearing and all.
Hmm.
Just watch out video once again and prepare well. I shared account determination document. Okay. So in
Yes,
that
sir.
I clearly mentioned what are we are taken 2 or 3 sessions for only for account determination. Okay, anyhow, nice explanation. The way you are explaining that things that is fantastic. But the thing is, you need to revise more. Okay,
Yeah.
because yeah, some questions you are answering fast. That is fantastic. Okay, so you that shows you are confident. Okay, but answers are incorrect.
Okay.
That is the problem. Okay, the problem is like answers you are giving, that is 70% okay, 30% wrong. But I'm asking the basic questions like where exactly valuation class should be assigned. Okay, these are all basic questions. Okay, that questions you know, but you didn't explain that.
Yes, sir.
You know that, right? Where the material master, we need to assign the valuation class. This is very simple thing. But you know that thing, but you didn't explain. I didn't. So why you are not explain?
I'm getting some
So
nervous like
yeah.
that.
Yes, yes, yes. Anyhow, the explanation part is fantastic, but subject point, what we are dealing today, that is not up to the mark. You just need to revise our videos once again and check the materials. Almost next time you will crack the interview.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Next, who is ready for interview? Ram K. Sharat Shavana. Okay.